Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Bethany O'Connor. I'm an executive burnout and resilience coach. Today's video is all about empathy. What is it? How is it a superpower? And how can I leverage this more at work and in life? Okay, that's what we're going to cover. So if you're like me, you grew up with people telling you things like, oh, you're so oversensitive, or you care too much in reaction to you sharing your feelings about how other people are feeling, right? So we've gotten those messages from childhood. And so I am here to tell you empathy is a tremendous superpower. And I would just like to share with you some of the observations I've had around how to use this at work, because I would say 90% of my client base are highly sensitive folks or empaths like myself. So let's dive in. So first of all, what is empathy? It is typically associated with folks who intuitively sense how other people around them are feeling. So do you ever have that experience? You're sitting in a room and you can just kind of pick up on the vibe, you can read the room. That's empathy. So not only are you picking up on what people are experiencing, but you often experience those emotions yourself. So a friend tells you about they're going through a divorce, they've just lost a parent, and you tend to carry that with you for a few days, thinking about it a lot, right? That's empathy. Another way to describe empathy is that you are able to see the world through other people's eyes because you can pick up on what they're feeling. So you're also able to kind of see the world from their perspective. So someone cuts you off in traffic, and instead of cussing and flipping them the bird, you can imagine, oh, okay, what if they're rushing a sick kid to the hospital? What if they've just had a really, really tough day? What if they were just fired? So you're able to cut people a lot of slack because it's easy for you to imagine how they might be feeling, what might have caused those actions. The other thing is that because you intuitively sense how people are feeling, you can actually help people find the right words or phrases to express themselves. So you help give voice to people's emotional experience. And that is a tremendous asset, not only as a parent or a romantic partner, but this serves you tremendously at work as well, as I'll go through here. So number one of the reasons why empathy is an asset is it draws people to you. They intuitively feel like they can trust you because you are so sensitive, because it's easier for you to validate people's feelings. Also, empaths and sensitive people, we have a superpower of being able to spot opportunities and nuances that other people miss. So because we're highly intuitive, we can anticipate what's going to happen downstream before other people can, and we can come up with creative solutions. We also make extremely good confidants and mentors. And maybe you've heard this cliche that people don't leave their jobs, they leave their bosses, right? So it is a huge asset as a people manager to be able to pick up on how people are feeling and for people to feel that they can trust you and open up to you, especially in really uncertain times. Okay? So here are some suggestions on how to leverage this superpower at work. Number one, because we are emotionally attuned, we are usually the first ones to perceive when one of our teammates, colleagues, supervisees is having a difficult time. So when you start to get that impulse, act on it. Check in with them, see if they need some additional support from you. And also, if appropriate, let your teammates know to say, hey, this person is struggling right now. I wonder what we can do to rally around them and support them. This builds tremendous loyalty in your team. And because not everybody has this superpower of being able to pick up on other people's feelings, this is an asset to a team that you're able to bring this to the attention of other team members so we can all support each other. Next is empaths, sensitive people. We are deep thinkers and deep internal processors. So we can come up with really creative solutions to the challenges we anticipate earlier than other people. So I mentioned this a moment ago. A lot of the clients that I have coached in the last 6 months, their organizations are going through massive changes, whether they're spinning off into smaller companies or there have been layoffs, whatever it is. So I've seen this many times in my clientele. They'll tell me that they're in a room and everybody's discussing kind of the financial implications of the reorganization and different logistical things that need to be thought about. But what empaths and sensitive people can do is we can anticipate, oh, how is this going to affect my team? What questions might they have? And so you can be that voice and that advocate for your team, and you can think of proactive solutions of, hey, how do we really show up for our team members who are going to be really shaken up and unsure and having a lot of questions about what this means for them and their families and their teammates and the people that they supervise. So you see where I'm going with this. Like you need to be the voice at that table when other people are just talking about the bottom line. Right? So huge superpower, great asset for any team. So this is also a huge asset during times of difficulty. Empathy can be especially important because it will demonstrate your concern, thereby building loyalty. So this kind of builds on the last point I made. So with people during a reorganization or layoffs, if people feel that they can come to you with their concerns or just their sadness and grief that they had to fire somebody for the first time, lay somebody off for the first time, this builds tremendous loyalty in your team if people know that they can trust you and come to you. Next, this is a suggestion I have about how to leverage this at work. When tough decisions have to be made, and all leaders have to make tough decisions, it comes with the territory. I suggest that you partner with people who are more objective, analytical, and have more emotional distance from their work. I encourage you to engage them as brainstorming partners to help you take action, even when people's feelings will suffer. So this is an example of how there are so many complementary strengths at work. People who are linear, logical, and analytical, they need empaths to inform them of what they're sensing amongst the team. And empaths, sensitive people, we need to partner with analytical, logical folks to help navigate difficult situations. So anyway, that's just an example of how work can be this beautiful ecosystem of everybody bringing their strengths to the table. I am a very, very strengths-based coach. I don't believe we have to get great at everything. I really believe that we should use our natural gifts as our superpowers and partner with people who complement us. Okay, so to quickly recap, empathy is a huge, huge superpower. We make great leaders, we make great mentors and confidants. We build trust and loyalty very easily. And in my next video, what I'll cover is there can be a shadow side to empathy. We tend to ruminate a little bit more. We tend to have more self-doubt, more people-pleasing, and perfectionism. So in my next video, I'll talk about how to mitigate those tougher sides of empathy. So again, thank you so much for watching. I'm Bethany O'Connor, and I'll catch you next time.